And Rass not able to reach over with that left leg.
And made an excellent play to tie the game.
Around Grubauer, not nearly quick enough.
Right around the net. Varlamov wasn't even close on that one.
Actually, no one cares if you were only a split second late, if you almost made it, if you knew exactly what to do, but you just got there a little bit too late. All they know is that you let in a goal. So let's get you there a split second early so that we don't have to have those awkward discussions. Today is all about post-to-post speed. Welcome back to Goalie Training Pro TV, and in my 20 plus years of training goaltenders, I don't think I've worked with a single one who didn't tell me at some point that they wanted more speed.
I want to go fast.
What they didn't understand, and you might not know either, is that there are different types of speed that require different types of training. What we're talking about today is post-to-post speed, and speed always starts from a foundation of strength. So I'm going to give you some strength exercises today that will help build post-to-post speed. And as always, before you try these exercises, make sure you've done a good dynamic warm-up. If you're like, what is this dynamic warm-up of which you speak? I have a follow-along version of a good pre-workout dynamic warm-up that you can check out. Your first post-to-post speed exercise is a lunge lateral to balance. So it's sort of a combo strength power exercise, but a big part of moving with power is getting that deceleration. So getting the deceleration into the acceleration and then finding stability. So this exercise does a really nice job of combining those. So we're going to step out to the side. We're going to stack our shoulder, hip, knee, ankle. So if this foot's way out here or your hips are outside your foot, you don't quite have the right stance. It should be shoulder, hip, knee, ankle. And then we're going to drive up and find our balance. We'll hold that balance for about 2 seconds. We'll come out to the side, sitting back in our hips, and then driving up. When you do this one, I want you to pause for a count of 1 at the bottom. So we're gonna decelerate, get that good strong position, and then push right from a standstill. So we're not gonna get a benefit of the stretch reflex on this. We're gonna have to generate that power right from a standstill, come up, pause for a count of 2, and then you switch to the other side. It depends on the phase of your training cycle that you're in, but a good rule of thumb for this exercise, do about 3 sets, 6 repetitions on each side, and for the tempo, you're gonna do a 1-1-X2 tempo. So that means a 1 count down, a 1 pause at the bottom, so 1 count down, 1 pause at the bottom, explode up, 2 count pause at the top. I want you to take a look at how I'm going to set this next one up. Come on in here and have a look. So I have a thicker Superband. This is probably a 2-inch Superband. And then I'm going to loop this little bit lighter Superband through it. And I'll just pull that through that. So now it's attached and we're all buckled in. It gives me a little bit of slack in the system, so I'm not pinched up against the power rack, but it also gives me a little bit of a different feel of resistance, and I kind of like the idea of having that heavier band around the power rack, just, you know, to make it a little bit of a stronger attachment. Then I'm going to step out quite a bit, so I have a pretty good amount of pull here, and I'm going to get nice and low in my legs, and I'm really pushing off this leg, but just straight laterally. So I'm not trying to come up and down. I'm just getting a push, push, push. So load that one up, get a good amount of resistance so that you really have to drive sideways. Think about keeping your bum down, keep your chest up. Your torso will be angled forward, and that's totally fine. You're going to do 3 sets of 6 on each side with a 2-1-1-1 tempo. So that means you're going to push for a count of 1. Just pause here for 1. Come back 1, 2. Pause, push, pause, 1, 2. Push, pause, 1, 2. So you'll notice we started with strength exercises because strength is the foundation of developing speed and power. Think of it as just, you know, filling up the gas tank and then we can, you know, hit the accelerator. You'll also notice that what we've been working on today is lateral force production. And if you think of what your current workout in the gym is and how you're building leg strength, a lot of you are building it with, you know, squats, deadlifts, split squats, single leg squats, all great exercises and all have their place in a goalie training program. But without making this transition to, you know, teaching your body, developing that lateral force production capacity, that's kind of what robs us of post-to-post speed. And that's why I've picked these exercises specifically to help you with that element. This next exercise is the same setup as the hip shift lateral, but we're going to come at it from a knee down position. So we're going to start with that knee down. Again, this should be a good amount of resistance that you're working against because we're trying to build strength. Only going to do about 4 repetitions, pushing out, coming back down, pushing out, coming back down. So we're getting this bottom up lateral push. But I am thinking too, what's my upper body doing? Is my upper body dipping down? Is my upper body counter rotating? I don't want that counter rotation, so I'm bracing a little bit with my abdominals to get that push. This is a little bit light for me. You can see that movement's pretty quick. It should be heavier. I'm gonna just quickly swap out to a heavier band so you can see the difference in how it looks. Now I have a big, heavy, it was probably a 3-inch Superband anchored at the power rack, and that lets me use the green, or I could even double up and use the green and purple. But now you'll see, now I have to work a little bit harder, and I even have to think a little bit more about my knee alignment as I go. And when we're trying to build strength, we want it to look a little more like that. I want the technique to be good, but I want it to be, you know, that you're really pushing against something. Your muscles are working. It's not easy. So for this bottom up squat lateral, it's going to be 6 repetitions on each side with a tempo of 2, 1, 1, 1. This one goes back into a lateral lunge pattern, but it's a little bit different. So we're going to start out the same way, coming into a lateral lunge, but then we're going to pick up this leg, come into a single leg squat, come up. So it's sort of an alternating, I just call it an eccentric lunge, because for the lateral lunge part, we're just doing the lowering phase. Notice again how when I come out to the side, I'm getting this hip, knee, ankle stacked. So I'm getting that nice deceleration, but then also a good single leg strength. And for that one, you'll also do 4 on each side, just kind of at a steady pace like I showed you. I'm gonna give you one little bonus progression. It's a little bit more power, but it's body weight, and it's focusing on getting that quick transition. So from a movement to another movement to respond, because sometimes it is, you know, there's that little wee lag, you know what I mean? Like you know I need to get there, but it's like it takes time for the signal to get from your brain to your muscles. So this is a quick little way to help train that. We're going to come in and start with a lunge lateral to balance, kind of like we did. But instead of just balancing, you're gonna do a hop. And then you're gonna do a lunge lateral, come up, hop. So it's just a quick, powerful hop. I'm not trying to hop as far as I can. What I'm trying to do is decrease the lag time between coming up and pushing, okay? So that's the emphasis that's on there. Coming up, push, hop. And thinking too, what's my body doing? You know, where are my hands? Where are my head? So that I'm not doing funny things, or when I go to initiate the push, I'm not side bending away. That one's focused on power. We really want quality focus on each repetition. So you're only going to do 4 repetitions on each side. So let's go through those again. We did lunge lateral to balance, 3 sets of 6 repetitions on each side with a 1-1-X2 tempo. Then I showed you the Superband resisted hip shift lateral. That would be 3 sets of 6 repetitions with a 2-1-1-1 tempo. Then we went on to a Superband bottom up squat lateral. That also was 3 sets of 6 repetitions with a 2-1-1-1 tempo. Then it was the alternate eccentric lunge lateral. And we did 4 of those on each side at a kind of a steady pace, but we did hold a dumbbell for those once you get the feel for the technique. And then the bonus one I gave you was the lunge lateral to lateral hop. And that was just 4 on each side. And we're not going to load that up with any resistance. So 3 sets of 4, really getting that nice, quick, explosive pop. These are exercises. This is not a workout. So it's not that this is a superset that you'll do. These are exercises that will be an ingredient that you'll add to your current off-ice training program. So ask your strength coach or your trainer, hey, you know, where could some of these fit into our current training phase? If your workout doesn't have phases, or your workout's different every day, or your workout is written on a whiteboard every day, or maybe your workout is just always the same, then it's probably time to look for a new trainer or strength coach. If becoming the best goalie you can be is your priority, is the reason that you're going to the gym or doing your workouts in the first place. If you just love going to the gym and working out, or, you know, I know CrossFit, it's just written on the chalkboard or the whiteboard, and you just love CrossFit or whatnot, that's fine. If your goal is becoming the best goalie that you can be, then you need to rethink your strategy. And if you want me to just put those workouts together for you using the same strategies that I've used to help recreational adult goalies, high school goalies gunning for junior or college, or NHL goalies, then just check out the link in the description to see how that all works. If you have a really good functional strength base, so you've been doing kind of a goalie specific strength training program and you've got a really good base there, then check out this video because it dials in on more of the power exercises, and it actually is a sequenced workout, so it'll give you the exercises to do in order with, you know, how much rest in between. So that's the next thing you'll want to check out. If you feel faster already just having watched this video, then definitely hit the like button. I feel faster. Feel fast. Please don't forget to subscribe. That would be most kind of you. If you've already subscribed, hit the bell. That's how you find out about videos before anyone else. Otherwise, I will catch you next week. Let's say Wednesday at noon-ish. How would that be? Same bad time, same bad channel. See ya.